Hi everyone, it's John Morley and welcome once again to my channel. Thanks for joining me to the channel called Positive Vibrational Waves, where everything around us is a wave. Whether that be sound, whether that be light, whether that be structures that we see. The structures are actually not really present. They're actually molecules vibrating very, very fast. We won't get into that in this session. What I wanted to talk to you about today is how these small modalities or changes we make in our life, like the fact that we focus on something positive, actually causes us to be more positive. So how does that happen? Because I know it sounds like magic, and it is and it isn't. When you focus on what you want to be or become or achieve, your body just starts to fall into that pattern. So remember, we set good patterns for ourselves and we set bad patterns. If we set good patterns, then our watchdog will help us stay out of trouble and help us achieve the success we want. If we set bad patterns, then it will get us into trouble and cause us all kinds of problems, frustration, and aggravation. You might have heard the saying a long time ago that why worry about something? Because many of the problems that we worry about will actually fall into a ditch before we even get there or it ever happens. Today, I'll give you an example. I was talking with someone and I said to the person, I really don't worry about that anymore. And the reason is because 99% of the time, it's going to resolve itself. And the person got a little bit, let's say a little bit aggravated and tried to control me. And I didn't get upset about it. I just kind of laughed to myself and said, that's how I'm going to handle it. I'm not going to get sick and worry over something that you're trying to control me over when what you're doing is speculating. And then at the end, when I said that to her, she says, well, we can just do this at any time. And I said, well, yeah, I said, that's really nice. But she said, well, that's just the way it is. And I said, well, I understand, but I think you don't understand that you're creating more of a fear in people. And I guess that's what you're doing. And when she discovered what I was doing, she kind of wanted to end the call with me. I was going to resolve what I needed to do, and everything went fine. But my point is that a lot of people in our world, I don't know why, but they get this jolly or a charge by exciting us, by putting fear into us, by creating something that isn't real, which is false evidence appearing real. So in our lives every day, how do we discern, what is something that we need to be concerned about and something we don't need to be concerned about? I think if we put all our attention on focusing on what it is we want to do and don't put the attention on our fear or anything we're worrying about, I think we'll see that we will have not only a much more positive day, but that when we don't fuel things we don't want to happen, they don't happen. And I think that's a good thing in the positive sense and the negative sense. So if you don't put energy into something, then what you don't want to happen isn't going to happen. And if you fuel what you want to happen, it will happen. Now, today, a lot of times you get people that will be very nonchalant. And the real, I don't want to say new one, but it's kind of popular in the last, I'm going to say 5 to 10 years. You'll get some people and they appear to have no emotion, no attitude towards you, meaning no good attitude towards you. They have this, it's very hard to describe. And I didn't understand it until a little while ago, why people are like this. They feel that the world is always against them, and their attitude is, I have no time to talk to people. Now, from the conversation we had yesterday, I can understand how somebody could become this way. However, by putting yourself into a closet and by, making yourself miserable or having an attitude so that you try to control people, I don't think that's the right way to go. I also don't think it's the right thing to have other people try to control you. So I think it's also important that we understand that when we're feeling uncomfortable, that's when it's time to politely excuse ourselves or to suggest a different topic or to move on. Again, if the person still persists, then we can suggest again. And if they still don't get that little subtle hint, then we may want to be a little more curt, or maybe we just want to choose the high road and say, that's fine, and then you go do something else. You see, a lot of people in our world seem to get happy when they can cause you to be miserable. I don't know why this is. Maybe it's a power trip. Maybe it's the fact that they feel they're controlling you. Anyway, it's wrong. And what I've found out is that these kind of people, you can't reason with them. You try to talk with them and you try to ask them what's going on, and they look at you like you're crazy because they're like, well, what are you trying to do? And you don't really know how to respond. You're just trying to have a conversation, but they're being so defensive about everything. Maybe it's because they were abused and used. Maybe it's because they really do have that, how can I say, a side of them that they don't want to share because maybe they know it's less than perfect and they have not accepted the fact that they know they're not perfect and they don't want the world to know they're not perfect. Well, that's a whole story for another day. We all know we're not perfect. We all can get better and better each day. But we do need to recognize the fact that, other people have skills and you may be better or weaker than someone in something, and that's just what makes the world go round. But you can't say to somebody or try to antagonize somebody by manipulating them or by using, let's say, tactics to persuade them when you're doing this to control them. And I think that's wrong. Now, this is different than negotiations in business. That's totally different. What I'm talking about is when you know what buttons you can press on someone and how those buttons can get a rise on the person. You know how that happens, and you know when you press them, you're going to get that rise out of them. The person doing it might enjoy it, but it's not really fair to the other person. And now it's kind of like they have you by something. And it's an unfair advantage. It really is. So I wanted to bring that to your attention, and I also wanted you to know that you are your own person and you have the right to actually agree to disagree with someone. That sounds kind of wacky, but it's the truth. You have the right to agree, not to agree. Maybe it's with your parents, maybe it's with other people. And again, you're not being disrespectful to them. You're just agreeing not to agree. So what do I mean? Maybe you have a certain way you like to do things, and your parents or your friends don't agree with that. You could say, I understand you feel this way, and I agree to disagree with you because I have my own personality. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think a lot of times everyone thinks they have to fit into this mold. They have to fit into this quote unquote, what is society? Yes, there's certain norms you have to fit in and to be a person that is respectful and things like that. But you can't be a cookie cutter. You can't just do something or act a certain way just because it's the way you should act because it's the way a book says. No, it doesn't go like that. You see, everyone has their own personality and everyone has to learn how to develop it. I think that's what makes life so interesting and so challenging at times. It's, people are so amazing and so challenging. And when you get to figure someone out and you get to unwrap or uncover somebody's inner workings, not to exploit them, but just to know them and to, be with them, I think that is kind of remarkable. But when people push people's buttons, it may seem like the person is siding with them, but really they're not. The other person is losing control and they don't know how to stay in control. If you remember, I said a few days ago, people that don't value their life, and people that find themselves in trouble with the law, and a multitude of things. These are people, and I don't want to stereotype, but these are people that lose control. You have to realize that in life, maybe not everything is going to go your way. Well, let's say a lot of things may not go your way. But I said to you before, how you choose to respond or react to something is what other people are going to look at and how people are going to judge you. Yeah, that's right, I said judge you. Now, well, what's their right and how do they have a right to judge me? Well, they don't really have a right to judge you, but they are going to form a perception about you. And that perception is, do they want to give you a further shot? Now, I know it may not seem fair, but do you want to hang around with a crazy person? No, you don't. So there's a certain bit of perception that is going to happen. And this is going to be the sense to say, okay, it's like the litmus test. Do I want to give this person a try? Do I want to continue to hang out with this person? Or is there just no chance of us even being friends? And I know every day you don't think about these things, but our life is so amazing because people have kind of like a unique ability to connect with others. And that's kind of like, you make a cake or you have a recipe for dinner or something. And when you make that, you put these ingredients together, the food can turn out remarkably amazing, and it could be different each time. Well, that's the thing with people, is that when you get to know someone and you get to learn about them and they get to open up with you, you get to understand another side of them and then maybe get to learn that part about them, something maybe you didn't even understand or perceive. And that's why it's so important to understand that, you need to listen a lot and not just talk. Because when you listen, someone is going to have a genuine appreciation for you. Dale Carnegie once said, one of the most important things someone can say is a person's name. And the other thing that's very important is not to be interested in yourself, but to be interested in the other person. So don't try to be interesting when you're talking. Try to be interested in the other person and not worrying about trying to fill their sentences and stuff like that. Now, this is a lot tonight. I realize that. But what I just want you to take out of this is that if we listen and if we have a true intent to help other people and to connect with other people and to not have a hidden agenda as to what I'm looking for from this person and really just trying to be with them for the goodness of who they are, then I think we're not only going to go far, but the other person is going to go far. And we're going to come out a hero. I mean, we didn't go in this to become a hero, but when you actually show interest in someone else, they're going to think you're really interesting. Now, that seems wacky, but that's how it works. When you show interest in someone else, they are going to perceive you and have so much more respect for you. So, how do you actually show interest in someone else? It's very simple. You're talking to someone, maybe you're asking about the weather or you're asking about something common that you both have together. And then you might say something like, gee, Brad, gee, Tom, I really enjoy that sport. I was just wondering, what got you involved in hockey or what got you involved in it? And that might be something you guys never talked about before. But now, when you express a genuine emotion, and I'm not just talking about love and relationships, I'm talking about pure friendship, when you can actually express a sincere desire to get to know someone with no hidden agenda, just to understand what's under that mystery. And that mystery is what makes people so amazing and what makes friends and other people so priceless. It's getting to understand and having good times with them and getting to learn how their stories can connect. And then later on, they're going to be interested in your stories. But you have to be understanding and wanting to know about them. If it's always about your life and everything you do, who wants to hang around somebody like that? So I hope this has been pretty interesting tonight. And I guess what I'd like to do is end tonight with just a brief relaxation. And this relaxation is going to program you to understand a couple of the key points to help you bond with people in your life. So, as usual, if you're driving or using any kind of machinery that could be dangerous to you or anyone else, stop using them and stop driving, and then get comfortable. Put on something a little bit looser, find a comfortable chair or bed, and just go ahead and lie down. All right? So if you do that, that'd be great. I'll wait here and you can pause the video, and I'll be right here when you come back. Okay, well, it's great to see you back. And hopefully you found some looser attire and you're more comfortable and you're just ready to relax. So, what I want you just to do right now is I want you just to lay in the bed or just lay in the chair, and I want you to do nothing more than just notice how heavy or light your body is starting to feel. In fact, your left foot and your right foot together, your left is heavier, your right is lighter, or is your right actually heavier and your left lighter? All these things happening as your body's trying to relax and just sink into the bed or the chair. You're just starting to go and just sort of relax. And now what I'd like you to realize is that as you're laying here in the bed or the chair, you just sort of notice everything around you. You notice the color of the walls. You notice how dim the lights are. You notice how quiet it is right now. And you notice for a moment how quiet it is. Maybe you can hear the air conditioning, the heat, depending what time of year it is. Maybe you can hear birds outside. Maybe you can even hear a crackle in the floor or some other type of sound. Maybe it's a contraction of heat, or maybe you just happen to notice something like a plane outside. You might notice someone running some water. It doesn't really matter what you notice. Just take attention to those for a moment. And as you pay attention to those sounds that you hear, and maybe you can even sense for a moment the pitter-patter of your heart. Can you feel your heart just pulsing through your body? Pulsing the blood around your body. Noticing how you're starting to relax. And just take it easy and relax. And as you're becoming more relaxed and you're starting to maybe get a little tired about the things around you, the sounds are starting to relax you. And you may just decide that you want to just close your eye just a tiny bit. And as you start to close your eyes, you start to relax. You start to pay a little more attention to your heartbeat. And you can hear my voice. And my voice is relaxing you because you desire it, and it is so. And as you just start to think about the day, and then just let it go, you can't help but notice that your eyes just want to close. So when you feel comfortable enough, and your eyes have no desire to stay open, allow them just to close. Because it feels so wonderful and relaxing to close your eyes. Your eyes are now closed. You're listening to my voice because you desire it. And I'm starting to draw you deeper and deeper into relaxation. To relax deeper into relaxation, I would like you to take your left and right hand and simply squeeze it together as hard as you can. Squeeze your left and right hand as hard as you can. Harder, 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 and just let go. And all that stress and tension is gone. Go ahead and squeeze your left and right hand one more time. Squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it, and hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, and just relax and let go. You're starting to get a little more tired, and you're starting to just want to relax. And as you just happen to look up at that wonderful screen that you're now in front of, as you're walking into that beautiful theater that we always visit, you notice a pinwheel, a beautiful colored pinwheel. And it starts to spin in a clockwise motion, around and around and around. And as you find a spot on that wheel, and the wheel just goes around and around, you may notice that the wheel is actually starting out with some colors. And as the wheel starts to spin a little bit faster, you notice the colors start to change and blur, and they go into some lines. And maybe your eyes just ride up and down the lines as you relax deeper and deeper. As you start to relax and the spiral starts to spin a little bit faster, you notice those lines start to spiral. Spiral taking you in and out, just spiraling down, spiraling down. I'm going to count backwards now from 5 to 1. As I do, the wheel is just going to take you down and let it just take you deeper and deeper. You desire it, it is so. 5, letting the wheel just draw you in deeper and deeper. 4, deeper and deeper. 3, deeper and deeper. Just letting your eyes just roll on the wheel. 2, deeper and deeper. And 1, so very, very deep. Notice for me now the sensation you feel around your toes. Notice how you feel right at the bottom of your toes. I'd now like you to notice a small vibration, a tingling sensation, a feeling of warmth caused by circulation, and allow them to relax. Just up from your toes and your metatarsals is going to be the lower area of your legs, and just allow those areas on both the left and right. You'll start to focus on them. You'll start to notice a small, warm vibration, a tingling sensation, a feeling of warmth caused by circulation. And just allow your feet, metatarsals, and the area just up into the before your knees to relax. Start to notice your left and right knees. Start to notice a small vibration, a tingling sensation, a feeling of warmth caused by circulation, and just allow the rest of you to relax as we continue upward the body. I'd like you now to pay particular attention to the area just above your knees, left and right, all the way into your thighs. Start to notice them now, and you start to sense a small vibration, a tingling sensation, a feeling of warmth caused by circulation. And now as the rest of your body starts to relax, come up just a little bit higher into the groin area in your pelvic region. Start to notice a small vibration, a tingling sensation, a feeling of warmth caused by circulation as your whole pelvic area, groin, and legs all the way down to your toes just relax. Now notice for me the area just above your groin, your abdomen area, and lower stomach. Start to notice a small vibration, a tingling sensation, a feeling of warmth caused by circulation. And allow this area and all the areas down to the bottom of your toes. Relax and let any stress and tension just flow out of your toes. And it feels so wonderful. Now notice the area just above your abdomen, your center chest. Your center chest now and up into the area of your heart. Start to notice that whole center thoracic area. Start to notice a small vibration, a tingling sensation, a feeling of warmth caused by circulation. And allow that area from thoracic cavity all the way down to the toes to just relax. And allow yourself to drop deeper and deeper. Deeper you drop every single time. You hear my voice, whether you're practicing with me or whether you're practicing on your own. Start to notice the area just above your chest. That's going to be the area that connects your chest into the bottom of your chin. That is your throat and your lungs. Start to focus on those areas now and notice a small vibration, a tingling sensation, a feeling of warmth caused by circulation. And as you happen to notice that area, just relaxing all the way down into your toes, we come up to the area just above your chin, the chin area there to your mouth, and the whole mouth and face area. Start to notice a small vibration, a tingling sensation, a feeling of warmth caused by circulation. Locate for me now your nostrils and the outer and inner portions of your nose. Start to focus on them now, and you will sense a small vibration, a tingling sensation, a feeling of warmth caused by circulation. Now pay particular attention to your eyes and your eyelids. You'll now notice a small vibration, a tingling sensation, a feeling of warmth caused by circulation. And allow the eyes and all the areas down from the eyes to your toes to just relax as any stress and tension just flows right out of your body. Start to notice for me now the area just above the eyebrows, your forehead. Notice how relaxed your forehead is becoming, just allowing it to relax left and right as you start to suddenly notice a small vibration, a tingling sensation, a feeling of warmth caused by circulation. And now just above the forehead, we have your head. Start to notice your scalp and all the areas covering the top of your scalp and the side of your scalp. You're now starting to notice a small vibration, a tingling sensation, a feeling of warmth caused by circulation. Just down from the scalp is going to be the areas just connecting your head into your back. Notice your back of your neck, a small vibration, a tingling sensation, a feeling of warmth caused by circulation. And now pay particular attention to the shoulder blades, left and right, back and front, and just notice to them as you see a small vibration, and then a tingling sensation, a feeling of warmth caused by circulation, as your face, your head, your scalp, and your shoulder blades, and all the way down to the bottom of your toes start to relax. Now notice for me your spinal cord, just where it connects at the base of your neck into your head, all the way down just above your buttocks. And notice those areas. And notice a small, fine vibration, a tingling sensation, a feeling of warmth caused by circulation. And now easily locate for me your buttocks, the left and right, and just allow that small vibration and tingling sensation to give you a feeling of warmth caused by circulation. And now locate the area just in between your buttocks, the whole cavity of the actual anus. Just allow your whole large intestine to receive a small vibration, a tingling sensation, a feeling of warmth caused by circulation, and just allow it to relax. As your now whole mind, body, heart are continuing to relax all the way down to your toes. And now locate for me the area just below your shoulder blades, the forearms, the arms, the fingers, the forefingers, your fingernails, your palms, starting to notice that small vibration, a feeling of warmth caused by circulation. Your head, your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your arms, your forearms, your chest, your abdomen, your pelvic region, your anal cavity, your left leg, your right leg, your left thigh, your right thigh, your left knee, your right knee, your shins, your metatarsals, your feet, balls of your feet, and the toes, relaxing. I'm now going to count backwards from 5 to 1. And as I do, allow your entire body to just sink 10 times deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And just notice this plain wave of relaxation just starting to relax you more and more. In fact, the amount of time we're spending will actually be as if you have spent the perfect amount of sleep in a night. the amount of time that we're spending here is going to be the same rewards that you would get as if you slept an entire amount of healthy, relaxing sleep. Now, in a moment, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to bring you up very slowly from 1 to 5. At the count of 5, you will open your eyes, you'll be wide awake, in perfect health, feeling much better than you did before. You will have no ill effects, no headache, no buzzing in your ears, no poor vision. Eyesight, vision, and hearing will improve every time you function within these levels of the mind. 1. I want you to start noticing the energy coming into the bottom of your toes and slowly coming up into the metatarsals and just coming into the thighs and coming up right there past the thighs all the way in now. 2, starting to come up into the groin area. 2.5, coming up into the abdomen area. 3, coming up into the chest. 4, coming up all the way up into the neck. And 5, up into the neck, face, eyes, and open your eyes, wide awake, feeling fine, in perfect health, feeling much better than you did before. How do you feel? I bet the question you want to know is, how do you feel? You feel great. You feel better and better. And I want to thank you for visiting me again today, and I'll look forward to being with you again tomorrow when we'll have another great session. But until then, I'd like to remind you to tell your friends and family to click on the little link below that says subscribe and also the bell notification icon so you'll be notified when I publish more content. It's always a pleasure to be with you every single day. And as always, I hope that all of your days, your nights, are always filled with the most peacefulness of tranquility and energy that brings you the desires and manifestations that you want to achieve in your life. I'm John Morley, and you have been watching Positive Vibrational Waves, and I will see you tomorrow.